Cloak and Dagger got a new skin. Marvel Rivals just released a new skin for Cloak and Dagger, and it is amazing. It is called Daring Duo. This is definitely my #1 favorite skin for C&D. Second will be the Polarity Bond, and third will be Growth and Decay. It's a pretty cool skin. I played a couple games with the new skin today and got MVP on one. This video is how I got MVP with Cloak and Dagger new skin. Thank you, and let me know what you think in the comments. When I play as Cloak and Dagger, I always stay in Dagger form to keep my teammates alive and wait for an opportunity to use my Cloak form. Being in Dagger form helps with charging your ultimate faster as well. The more you hear your teammates, the faster you get your ultimate. For the first fight, I mistakenly used my ult here. I should have heard my friend using Cap's ult and waited until it was over. Then, I noticed that Moon Knight was hiding on the convo, so I told my friend that someone was on point. He turned back and helped me with Moon Knight here. As a strategist, positioning is very important because it can keep you alive in the fight. I made the mistake of being in the open, so the enemy took the opportunity to eliminate me here. I noticed that I was getting close to my ult, so I play a bit passive here and stay back to charge my ult. I noticed that Thor was trying to die, so I used my ability to avoid his attack. Again, I made another mistake of ulting at the same time as Cap. Fortunately, we were able to push the enemy back here. When Invis ulted, that was my opportunity to attack, so I used my Cloak form to help my DPS. Then I heard Magneto was trying to ult, so I immediately tried to find cover to avoid his attack. When I got my ult, I communicated to my friend and used mine to avoid double ulting. This was a good opportunity to attack here, so we kept pushing forward. You could see that their tanks kept overextending, so it was a good opportunity to help the team by taking them out. Again, Invis used her ult, so it was a great opportunity for me to start attacking, so I used my Cloak form here. Right here, I used my ult to counter. And then I noticed that Thor was really trying to take me out. So I used my ability to avoid his attack again. And then I noticed that he was trying to come around. So I used my Cloak form here to fight back. We kept pushing forward here, and we got the point. I made a mistake of being open in the beginning of round 2, so their tanks took the opportunity to eliminate me again. I was coming back, and I almost made the same mistake again. Fortunately, it did use her ult and save us here. Again, I only attack when my other support use their ult. My goal during the fight is to keep teammates alive until I have my ult. When I use my ult, my teammates have the opportunity to get heals and damage. This is important in a fight because a support ult can be a big factor in winning the fight. I noticed that their cat was trying to hold a point here, so I kept trying to keep my other support alive, and we pushed him back. When I saw that my Punisher was using his ult, I used my bubble on him to pocket him, so he can help us push back the enemies. This is how you move the tide of the fight. Remember to thank your teammates. They helped me take out the enemy here. And Thor is back at it again. When I use my ult, I always try not to push too far from my teammates. Their Cloak and Dagger ulted too far from her teammates, which didn't help the team at all. We just kept pushing forward and we pushed them back.